Hi everybody, I'm January.
And I'm Mars.
And this is FEMMES LRG Presents Femininity and whatever we want to talk about. We talk about femphobia, we talk about femininity, and yeah, whatever mess is going on in the world today. But today, the topic is femininity and the Masc Shortage relating to the women-loving women community. If you don't know what it is, we're going to get into it. We're going to talk more about it.
If you know, you know.
But before we get started, Mars, what's on the docket today? Anything in the media we need to talk about, discuss?
All right, so it just came to me because I remember the topic is the Masc Shortage. So I do have two. I said one, but I do have two. So this one will be quick. Our favorite couple in the WNBA has reunited. We were on the street. Word in the grapevine, or Birdie told me, or however you say it. They spun the block, and I think that this is just a testament. No, I'm joking. I'm joking so bad. Don't. But sometimes it does work. Sometimes it does. How do you feel about that? We were both rooting for them. Like, if y'all saw our DMs, like, we have been like watching this develop and unfold, and secretly in the corner, like, yes,
yes. We love.
I love. So yeah, Jam was the one that told me about it. So what did you think? What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
Are you rooting for them? They have a baby. It's a dog.
Right, a little doggy. Yeah, I was really happy for them. Yeah, like, you know, I don't know if everyone's been there, but there's been times where, you know, there's a relationship, things go kind of weird, maybe miscommunication, long distance possibly, because, you know, they're going like back and forth, different teams. Mm-hmm. So it's good to see them together. The first thing I thought of when I saw them actually like making moves to get together was like, damn, like Bars and my partner were right that they were gonna get together. Cause I was like,
come on now.
But I was just like, let them
and see space. And look at that, and look at how we were vindicated. I'm talking to your partner. And look at how we were vindicated, because Jen was really trying to look at us and act like there wasn't something going on up in that helping them up. She's just helping her up. Don't like,
because I'm just like, you know what? Like, even if it was more than a sign, because, you know, sometimes it's happen. You know, you watch the rom-coms and like they accidentally trip and then you help them up. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't know what you know until you get that text like, hey, like, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? So
no, that's so real though. Yeah, what I was gonna say is sometimes it does work. Sometimes you need to like revisit and like do remix. Sometimes, but a lot of y'all are like might see this and think, and you shouldn't. But sometimes you should. But those of you that know you shouldn't, don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, spin the block with discretion.
Yeah, I'm just happy that they're back together. They got a brand going now because we're all paying attention, trying to see what's going on. And yeah, I'm just ready to root for them because it's great. So,
Black love.
Yeah. Black love.
It is not toxic, and mind your business. But the other thing I wanted to talk about, which was probably the best one that they've had in the past. I mean, I don't want to speak out of turn, but from my personal opinion, because this is our podcast, we get to talk about what we want. It was the best BT Awards that they've had in the past 10 years.
I would say,
in my humble opinion.
Well. Yes.
Mainly because, excuse me, I burped, by the way. Mainly because just the artists that have come out, hot take, in the past 10 years are not great performers. So this was such a packed lineup of just like straight up, like the mic is on live performances. Like, they have not had that since the 2000s. And I know everyone's over about like people romanticizing the 2000s and like blah blah blah, but like it is true. Like, the artists, they're like, there's no A&R anymore. There's no artist development. There's no vocal training. Like, these people come out with a hot song on TikTok and they don't know how to perform. They're out of breath. They don't barely know the words, or the song's got so many cuss words and they don't like to perform. They don't know a clean version, so it's just every other word. And that's just not enjoyable. And
at all.
Yeah, it's just, you know, the girls have media training. The girls know how to perform. Like, it was the entire lineup. I think there was maybe 2 or 3 male performers out of like the 10 that were on that night. Like,
yeah,
that should say. So I just saw that it was like starting a lot of conversation, because as we'll get into in our new femphobia segment, there was obviously a tribute for Usher. He received like the Lifetime Award, I think.
Lifetime Achievement.
Lifetime Achievement Award, which I didn't even know he was old enough for yet.
Right.
But the majority of the artists tributing to him were women. And a lot of people were like, how can this be Usher tribute? And there's like no male artists, no male R&B artists, blah, blah, blah. And everyone's saying like this was a very like female dominated lineup in general outside of the tribute. And where are the male singers? Where are the male artists? And it's just like, I don't know, maybe y'all should ask them. So did you see any of that argument going on, or like the upset that a lot of people had with the tribute and all that?
I saw it and I had strong thoughts because like Usher's discography is amazing. Like it's really great, and I feel like especially BET, it should have been honored properly. I kind of get where they were trying to do like, okay, flip it and have women do it instead of men, but if we're gonna go with that argument, you shouldn't have had Childish Gambino up there. I'm sorry, you can't convince me up there in them Jesus sandals. I can't do it. I was upset. Now, further going through Twitter, people were like, oh, y'all don't know off this EP from way back when he did it. And I'm like, okay, that's cute and all, but you had Duran Bernard, who was in the building. You had Avery Wilson, who just is alive. Luke James, Eric Bellinger, Vito.
Singers, and we're talking about singers. Vito. But the problem is that a lot of them are gay. I think that's the problem.
Or more so, and now we go segue into femphobia in the wild. It's femphobia. So this is the tweet. I'm gonna send it to Miles. This is the tweet. It is Duran Bernard, because he was in the discourse, and rightfully so, because he should have been in it. Like, I don't care how you try to spin it, he should have been in it. And he tweeted, random thought, and then we can go back to the fun stuff. Is the acceptance of a masculine gay man, but not a feminine straight man, rooted in the hatred of women? The feminine even, ?
I did see that tweet, because I do follow Duran. Yeah, no, I remember seeing that, and I'm so glad you're bringing it up. Yes.
Yeah, because like partially, I don't know if he was attributing it to the tribute at all, but I think it related, because I was just like, I think there was some femphobia in the building. I feel like, of course, we know 100%. That with BET. Like, we're happy they even put Jessica Betts and DC Dash up on stage at this point. But like, I think that it's very interesting when there was a chance to really honor him with some really great male singers who really do well. Yes. And you did it. Cause like, okay, let's look at it. You had Childish Gambino. Keke Palmer, I love her to death.
Love her down.
Love her
and
to death.
I love her. And when I tell you I love her, she's not a songbird. And that's a hot. She is incredible. She has an amazing personality. She is the host of hosts.
I love her so much.
Oh, she comes into a room and you can just feel it, I'm sure.
You feel the energy.
But she is not a songstress. She's not a vocalist.
I see what maybe they were trying to do with like having her reversal because of everything that happened last year.
Totally makes sense. It's a great way to like flip that moment.
Flip it, and it's cute. And I would have let them get away with it had they not had Childish Gambino up there. Sorry, not sorry. Shouldn't have happened. Then, okay, Coco Jones, love her down. She killed that. She killed that. But then we follow up with Marsha Ambrosia. Why?
I didn't even know that she was there. I didn't watch the whole tribute. I just watched the people that I like. I saw Victoria. I saw Coco. I saw the light-skinned one. What's her name? Chloe Bailey. Tiana Taylor and Victoria Monet. I saw all of theirs, but I did not know.
So I'm glad you missed it, because she sang one of my favorite songs, Superstar. And I'm sorry, I know she's on a press tour. I've seen her doing a lot of interviews. It wasn't there. We should have had Eric Bellinger, who started the trend, the superstar trend.
Yes,
and
my God.
Is a mentee of Usher.
Wow.
Should have done it.
What a missed opportunity. I didn't even put those two together.
Was standing in the dark. Like, it wasn't like she was dancing or nothing. You could have had Eric Bellinger. I'm upset. Then we go, guess what they go followed up with, friend? You'll never guess who they followed up for Nice and Slow. Guess who it was? Tinashe. Yes, you heard right.
And I love her down.
Freak Nasty is a great song, but Nice and Slow?
No, I love her down.
Friend.
I just want... Nah, that should have been somebody else, man. I'm so sorry.
When you watch it, I want you to watch it, and I want you to text me in the group chat.
And I specifically didn't watch everything of the tribute because, like, you know, Usher, he's done some strange things recently, and all of that aside, him and as an artist, I hate to do the separate the art from the artist thing, but I am doing it right now. I don't care. His discography, it's unmatched. It really is for a male artist. Like he is at this point as an R&B artist, in a league of his own. Like of living artists, he's in a different league as far as his discography goes. So I know that there were certain songs that were not going to be given the attention that they deserved. And so I just didn't watch the whole thing. I watched people who I knew were going to sing their ass off. And so I kept it. I didn't even know Tinashe was there. I thought she was doing freak nasty.
No.
I saw her in the lineup, but I didn't know she was a part of the tribute. Which, again, to circle it back to the lack of male talent that was on the tribute lineup, Durand was a part of the promotional videos for his tribute. And then to not pick him...
Friend, that's the only reason I watched. Because I was like, oh my God, Durand Bernard's going to be singing Usher. This is a dream come true. I got to go see it. But no. This is what I get. I get Childish Gambino and some Jesus sandals. Just, why? But Chloe did a good job. Of course, Tiana Taylor and Victoria shut it down. I was like, thank God we have some artistry in the building. Yeah. They shut it down. And then they ended it with Lotto singing, not even singing Usher. She's singing Lil Jon's lines. So I just was like, what are we doing? What are we actually doing?
Because someone expressed that he was a part of, like, the choosing who was tributing. And I think he just likes these girls, and I think that's okay. I
don't agree with that, because if you saw his face in the stands, in the crowd, I didn't see.
He wasn't really living.
Prince. It looked like Prince. You know when Prince was looking when Trey Songz got up there and sang?
Which is a choice.
A choice. Some stuff like, okay, I know he probably put Summer Walker up there. I get it. Like, Summer Walker singing his newer stuff. It was cool. Like, you know, I wasn't really upset about it.
He hangs out with Lotto. I think he knows he likes these people.
I wasn't digging it. I don't know. I need to hear him say it.
That's the word on the street. I have no confirmation behind that. That was just what I was seeing on Twitter. I don't know if they were just using it as a point to, like, shut anyone up that was, like, not agreeing
I think that's
with
what it
how
was.
The lineup was. That allegedly he was a part of that process of choosing who was going to be on stage tributing to him.
I just don't feel like you would ask, hey, you know what? You know who I really want to, like, start off the tribute? Childish Gambino. No. I'm sorry. Maybe it's an unpopular opinion and whatever.
I don't think so.
You were just crying about not getting no BET awards.
That was after?
And then I think it was before. Yeah. The Usher tribute was after.
Was he, like, presenting something, or?
He's presenting something, and he said he had more Grammys than BET awards.
Yeah, the joke was that he has the same amount of BET awards as Sam Smith, but has more Grammys than Usher. And so he was like, what do I need to do? Like, do you need me to star in, like, the remake of Baby Boy? I'll let Jonathan Majors choke me out.
I mean, maybe he could treat black women better in his shows. I don't know. Maybe that's a start. I don't know. I don't know. But, again, that's a discussion for a later day. But anyway.
And it sure is. Because I won't let him get away with it.
You can't let him get away with that.
Time does not heal everything. Yeah, him and A$AP Rocky is gonna take me. It's gonna take a lot for me to just
that true.
act like I'm cool with these people being as famous as they are.
No, that's actually real.
But did you want to get into and just unpack a little bit more? Because I really like that connection that Durand made, if it was in reference to the tribute or not. But it's such a valid point. Like, in general, like, people had such a beef with this year's entire performance on top of the Lifetime Achievement Award performances. Like, and it has nothing else to do but the fear of feminine, or the hatred of feminine, and femininity.
Yeah, I agree, because like I just feel like Duran is so talented. Like, he has one of those voices where you can literally do whatever you want with his voice.
Yeah, he
like,
really
it's
can.
just so good. And so, like, for you to use him in the promo was very upsetting. And I feel like that's another discourse of like how we use, especially effeminate or feminine men who are queer, for things, because it brings attention, it makes you look more inclusive, this, that, and the third, but at the end of the day, you don't really care, But I think with Duran, like, and other men who are queer, because if we even look at Lil Nas X and how upset they were when he kissed on stage, another man on stage, like
at the BET
Awards? I think so. Or was it MTV?
Because I remember him performing at the BET Awards, and that was during the Montero era, so it was like he was fully out.
Was a good era.
He was finally fully out, twerking for the devil. Like, he was just like, fuck it, balls to the walls. And they were like, he's a devil worshiper. He's trying to like corrupt our children, and that was the whole thing.
Let's see.
I was amazed that he got on that stage, but wasn't it because of that song with Jack Harlow?
Yeah, it was 2021, and he kissed. I'm watching. He kissed the. Kissed the backup dancer.
I'm pretty sure that was his boyfriend at the time.
Oh yeah, it was.
I watched his little documentary, and he was dating one of the dancers at the time.
Oh, yeah.
It was a whole HBO special, mind you.
And I couldn't get through it. I tried. We're gonna talk about that later.
It's quite boring at parts, but because I'm so fascinated with his story, because it's one of the true cases of like overnight.
Yeah.
So it was insane. Yeah. It was insane. Again, we'll circle back, but
yeah, that's what to talk about. But yeah, that's how I feel that it was femphobic, in the sense of like, you use queer people, feminine gay men, for something you need to bring attention to progressiveness, and then you don't invite them for the stuff that matters. Like, you just have them on the red carpet. Like, I was upset. But Duran's time is coming, and the whole BET tribute, so it could have been better. Yeah. I don't even think it's a male or female thing. I think it's a talent thing, and y'all know y'all shouldn't have Childish up there, and y'all know y'all shouldn't have Tinashe doing Nice and Slow. Sorry, not sorry. That's how I feel about it. Mars,
now, it's going to be some people that's going to fight you down about that Tinashe comment. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And y'all back up off my friend, because this is an opinion-based, platform.
Remember we talked about A&R? My friend was breathing hard, okay? That's all I got to say. Look, hey.
Ooh, they going to jump on you. Ooh.
I'm ready. I'm built tough.
And I know that's right. My Aries friend gonna ride with me. You hear me? Like, y'all can't break us down. You know what I'm saying? Your booze won't stop me, because I've seen what makes you cheer. You won't silence me. You won't. Me or my friend. You hear me?
Oh, shoot. That's real. Look, you might be able to break one Aries, but not two, and that's fast.
Okay, you would have better luck arguing with a brick wall, baby. I'm telling you right now. No, but yeah, in all, in regards to our new Femphobia segment, it all boils down to, you fear femininity. It seems like a dramatic name for this concept, but you literally do. Any opportunity where you are forced to interact or view, like, be an audience member of the feminine, like, you quiver and you're like so disturbed. Like, no, like, that's a you problem. Yeah, like you said, I don't think it was a female artist versus male artist thing, even though it kind of is, because the reality of it is right now, I feel there are much more female performers, like all around developed performers with breath control that dance, and I'm not saying you have to do all these things, but I feel there are more right now on the feminine singer track than there are the male artists, because everybody want to be a rapper. Listen, not everybody. No, we need the singers, and this is a hot take, but maybe they need to put Christianity back into schools, because there has been a decline since they need to put. There has been a decline.
No fathers in the hole.
Singing ability. Just stay with me now. You don't have a choir worth a damn if there aren't gay people. Listen, I have a thought process on this. I'll come back with a more put together PowerPoint presentation, but the lack of church has brought us to where we are today, where there are singers are few and far between.
I agree with that. That's real.
Few and far between.
That's real.
That's a whole conversation. Yeah. I'm very passionate about this right
now. No, let's do it.
Yeah, right now?
No, like in time.
Oh, I was gonna say, because I'm prepared. No, I'm not. Give me a second. Let me put some stuff together.
Yeah.
That I am truly feel very strongly about this. But you know what I feel even more strongly about?
What?
The mask shortage.
Okay, yes. Okay, we are gonna get into it. So, Fran, what have you heard about the mask shortage? What is your understanding of what it is?
So, there's so many layers, but from my perspective, to be real, I've only ever really seen the topic on TikTok and stuff and online.
Same.
I live in Orlando, very gay city. January lives in Atlanta, another very gay place. And I don't see it as much as an issue interpersonally, like in real life. But my understanding of the conversation is that it's similar to Atlanta, where a lot of femmes feel that everybody's fighting over the same piece of strap. Like everybody, like it's just in Atlanta, it's everybody fighting over the same dude. He apparently nationwide, everybody fighting over the same strap, and that there's more and more, like every day, a lot of femmes feel that there are just not as many masks. Now, when I hear some of those things, what I think is, I can't speak for everyone, but for a lot of people that I know personally, their perception of mask is someone taller than them, someone like basically all of the physical attributes or like just outer appearance of a man,
cis
but
straight male.
Still a woman. Exactly. All the characteristics of a cis straight man, but a woman. And so if someone doesn't adhere to those like imaginary constructs that they've developed, then they don't view them as masks. So what a lot of people I think are experiencing is still like compulsory heterosexuality is a bitch. It's an MFer. And a lot of people are still trying to unlearn that. So, and myself included, but we're not here to talk about me. I didn't like that yawn you just did, or that sigh. But we'll circle back to that January. But from what I've seen is, that need to feel more feminine if you're with someone that is very, very, very masculine. Like you don't feel as feminine if you're with someone shorter than you. Don't you feel as feminine if you're with someone that likes to wear makeup sometimes or has nails, or they're not masked. Like that's, I think, what is happening. What are your thoughts?
Friend, I feel like you should just teach the class, because like that was summed up so well. But like I honestly digging a little deeper into it. So essentially the mask shortage, you'll see it a lot more on like TikTok or Twitter or whatever. It's basically referring to the women loving women community, or the sapphic community. And it's the shortage of masculine presenting women or AFAB people, essentially. And so, like you said, there's like a compulsory like heteronormativity to it, right? It's like a discussion I feel like that's always kind of been there, even with like cis straight males, of like, we're the good men, we're like the good mask, and like
it's literally that.
It's literally that. But there's like some dynamics that I'm realizing, okay, like there's some things we got to think about. Like the first thing is like, some people like Nicole Bluegarden, she's really cool on TikTok. I follow her a lot. She be making me laugh. And one thing she said, she's like, there's not a mass shortage. It's just like more demand, right? So you have the claim is that there's possibly more femmes or more like straight women who are tired of men, of cis straight men, who are looking for the next best thing, right? But then we get...
And that's the team. It's a lot of... Listen, y'all, it's a lot of single mothers right now that have just transitioned over to the other side. And... they looking for step up daddy.
And you know who's a great step up daddy is a stud or a Masc.
Ain't nobody gonna raise them kids. Like, they're not the step parent, they're the parent that stepped up. Ain't nobody gonna raise them kids like a stud, let me tell you right now. A stud of a certain age, ain't nobody gonna raise the kids. Not their own biological father would be able to raise the kids as good as that stud about to take care of that family. What?
Oh.
What?
Friend. So they finna lay it down.
They finna pay the bills. Yes. They finna do all the you know, anything dealing with the car. They gonna cook. You know, hey,
and raise them until they're 18 and still give them money when they graduate. Like that.
And they always got money. Don't let them be a trick. What?
Fred.
Hey.
Fred. No, like literally. So that's like one of the biggest things. Of like, okay, like. As a woman or a person, are you wanting another woman who's masculine because you can't get the next best thing? I guess the cis straight male that you presumably want. Or do you want to fit into this heteronormative standard? Like you said, like you want somebody tall, dreamy eyes, this build, skinny, more androgynous, this, that, and the third. But then also don't want trans men. Because there's that, right? There's that in the sapphic community of like not wanting a trans man, but you want a masculine woman.
As close as you can get to it.
As close as you can get to it, no matter how toxic.
The second they start some tea, the second they want to transition, change some pronouns, it's an issue.
It's a whoa. You know what I'm saying?
They got the same lineup. What is the difference?
No, literally. So yeah, it's a lot to digest. And going through it, like actually, because there wasn't many articles on this. Like I really was trying to find it, but it's very niche. I feel like it's very much like TikTok heavy. Like if you know, you know. It is.
It's very It's if you know, you know.
But it was interesting, like bringing up those dynamics, right? Because it's like, okay, like, is there a mass shortage, or are you just not happy with what's there?
Ooh.
Because at the end of the day, like, okay, if there is like a masculine presenting person, and there's many people out there, like I identify as mass presenting, right? But like, what if I'm not super skinny, or I don't look like Arrow, or like you know, if I'm just like, I don't know, if I'm more feminine presenting at times, like what if I like squealing? What if I like, you know, backing it up? What if I'm like more feminine in some ways? Is that going to deter you from wanting that person because they're not idealized and like being like forced by the patriarchy to like act super masculine or toxic masculine, whatever that looks like to you? Like, I think there's like a lot to be said, and it's okay to have preferences, but at the end of the day, like, where are those preferences coming from, and are there biases that you need to check to why you can't have a happy relationship? Mars, what do you feel? What do you think? Have you experienced anything like this?
Of course. You know, I have always considered myself like pan or bi or whatever that equivalent would be, just queer. I don't like to get too complicated with stuff. But I have had an issue dating femmes because of my own personal connection with femininity and how when I present as feminine, as a dark-skinned plus-size woman, it is so different from someone of a different size or a different skin tone, and my need to feel small or protected or all of that. All of those things play into that. So I would say for the most part, predominantly, I have been only approached or attracted to more masculine counterparts. But I ain't no, you can't, if you want to listen, I loved Kiki. Like, and that's the whole reason why I could never really see myself with a straight man. Like, he has to be a little bit fruity. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't get the, like, you want the straight man packaged into WLW form. Like that is so crazy to me. So I'm not as like deep with it. There are certain things that I'm learning to get over, which is the being taller than me thing, because I am a tall, large woman. Like, that's just the reality of it. And being with someone with a height difference, it makes me feel like, you know, like and I'm working through that. So have I experienced it? Yes. Am I trying to actively unlearn all of these things because they don't mean anything? Yes. But I understand the point of view, as I don't agree with it, but I understand why there are certain femmes that are acting like as if there's only 2 masks left in the world because they all want them to look like that. Yeah. Like, not everyone is going to look like that. Masculinity comes in many different forms. And I feel like you would want, like, they want that masculinity packaged into someone that is already, like, doesn't have to go through a spiritual journey to get in touch with the feminine. You know what I'm saying? So they know that to be fact. Excuse me. But I would want someone that is as fluid as I am as well. Like, there are days I am super hyper femme, and there are some days where I feel more, not STEM, but somewhere more neutral, somewhere more non-binary. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it would be so boring to be with someone that is so strictly set to adhering to those perceptions of what masculinity is.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It made so much sense, because I feel like I've always identified like more as gender fluid, because there's times when I'm more masculine, there's times I'm more feminine. Coming into like trans masc area vibes, I'm like, okay, like I can feel like, okay, I'm more present in a more masculine body, but I like being feminine. I like having a good time, and I like that being supported. Like, I couldn't imagine being in the streets of dating and having to worry that I'm not masculine enough. And for like 2 seconds, I felt bad for straight men, because I was like, damn, like, do they feel this pressure? Do they feel the pressure of having to be a manly man or super tall, this and the third? Now, I don't go out and make podcasts denigrating women because of it. But I could have a little empathy of like, okay, like, that is a lot of pressure, but then what do you do about that? Instead of treating people like crap, why don't we just, hey, like, let's just not subscribe to that? And there's people out there who will accept you for you, you know? And I think I really want the people who are in search of these masks that are for unhealthy reasons, I want them to interrogate that. I want them to think like, hey, like, am I treating this person as a person or as an object? That's what we got to think about. Because quiet as it's kept, and, you know, January, cover your ears when I say this, you're looking for exactly what you feel has disregarded you or mistreated you, right? And so you're personally seeking out those same qualities, and then you're going to be shocked and gagged when they play you twice as hard. Because one thing about a mask, and I said cover your ears, January, one thing about a mask is 9 times out of 10, because they're such a hot commodity, you're going to be boo-boo the fucking fool. So pick your battles. Pick your battles wisely. And is that coming from a personal place? Potentially. So, okay, look. I'm not going to condone my other brothers and siblings. No, you need to talk to them. I be getting on Miles every day. Every day I be looking at Miles like, when is he gonna turn into a monster? And you need I be pushing him to talk to his friends. You need to talk to your friends, because I'm tired. Look, friend, I be trying to do the work. Look, oh, not the armful. Okay. Hear me out. Yeah. My brethren, my sibbies, my mask sisters in love, okay? I really be talking to them. And you know what? There's good studs, mask presenting people out there. I'm trying to tell you, they out there. Now, do some get hyped up on the power and privilege? Maybe. Yes. Some. But we're working through it. And you know how we're gonna work through it? Discussions like this. And I'm gonna talk to some of my friends for you, friend. You got really upset and I got nervous. So I was talking to some people.
It has nothing to do with you. It's the fact that you're such a like. I really view you and Miles like in your respective areas as such anomalies, to the point where when I look at those other people, I'm like, you are choosing to be like this, because my friend is not like that. The bar is way too high now. It's way too high. So that is a testament to you guys for being such incredible people, but also a testament to the community, unfortunately, that surrounds you for being so horrible. Yeah. It's such a like mind fuck every time I'm like presented with someone that acts like such an asshole, because it's so clearly a choice. It's so clearly a choice.
I agree. It's a choice.
It's a deliberate and active choice to not do right by people. Like, you're out here, okay, whatever, you're single, but a lot of them move with the same way that a straight man does, because they've been awarded that privilege by being such a hot commodity within the queer community. There's a lot of masc gay men that act the same way, are complete and utter assholes, because they've been awarded that privilege of being able to act like a straight man. It's a choice, and you can't convince me otherwise. Oh, whatever, you got hurt. Oh, somebody, a femme fucking played you when you were fucking 16. Grow up!
Y'all done pissed off Mars. Y'all done pissed off Mars. Y'all done pissed off.
Talk to your friends. Talk to your fucking friends. And I'll have a conversation with the femmes. Me and my sisters will sit down. Okay, we will sit down and we will talk, because they're very toxic, and I know my sisters. But right now, for how many of masks there are, too many of them are doing intense damage within our communities, ravaging through them like fucking monsters, pillaging and pillaging.
Y'all gonna got my friend mad. Y'all got my friend upset.
No, because like it makes me so, y'all, I wish I could turn this into just fucking gossip corner, because I really just I need to talk. We gonna talk. Me and my friend gonna talk. But one thing I was curious about is, since it kind of deals with the masc shortage and the masculine queer loving sapphics, how do you feel about white people calling themselves studs or trade?
My issue is that it's like, why do y'all have to be in everything? And like, I love my white brothers and sisters and sibbies who, you know, are for the fight and who are trying to connect with their black and brown queer folk, and I am so grateful. But again, where the issue comes is, why can't you just appreciate it? Why can't
make
you
up your own word?
Make up your own word. Y'all got Butch. Y'all got Masc.
Butch is great.
Like, y'all got all of that.
Black people don't use Butch. I never, except for like Butch Queen, but that's different.
Like, it just feels like they have to be like, well, why can't I have it? Because I couldn't be at the water fountain. How about that? I'm salty. I'm sorry.
Dyke. I know it's like a hot, like...
Yeah, like reclamation of certain words. You know what I'm saying? But like, why is it that whenever a group of people are like, hey, you know what? This really vibes with what we've gone through and our struggle and everything we've had to fight for and have maybe been unalive for in the past, you're like, no, but I want to do it too. No. Because when I try to go in your space, it's a no.
Because right now, as we speak, there's apparently, I don't know if you've seen on TikTok, this like white sapphic party that was going on during Pride in New York City, and they were turning away like black queer people, like,
are you serious?
Like nobody's business at the door. France.
Look, but then when we create our own stuff, then it's an issue of discrimination. Then it's an issue of you not letting us in. It's just like being gaslit continuously. So to summarize it, I don't like it. I don't think they should. Same thing with the N-word. Just don't do it. You'll be okay. You'll breathe. I think you're breathing. I think you're fine. You're going to live. Use your white privilege for good. Just stay in your place.
Be who you are. Be yourself. Just because you put on a do-rag or you have a lineup or a fade, That doesn't make you a stud.
No, it does not.
That doesn't make you a stud at all.
So
sorry, you gotta be black. Same thing for Trey. I'm so tired. And same thing with Dawn. I'm so tired of this using words, because words mean things. Words mean things. And I can't hold it back anymore. White friend, you are not trade. Still love you though. You're my sister. White twink or whatever, someone that's not trans, you're not a doll. Oh, you're not a doll. That word does not mean what you think it does. And some people will beat you up.
Yeah.
So be lucky we're the ones telling you.
That's real.
Because y'all gonna go to the city one day because you feeling hot and cute and you're doll this, doll that, trade and butch queen and stud this and that. They're gonna be like, how do you learn how to speak? You just throwing all these words together and you're not putting them in the right order.
Exactly.
So,
no, I think that's an important combo to have. Yeah, I think that's a good stopping point. Oh, the last things, there was a couple other dynamics that people on TikTok were saying are the issue for the mask shortage or mask shortage. Mask for mask dynamics, so those relationships, which I don't think is fair. Like, okay, if I'm attracted to another masculine person, like, that's my business, and like maybe like y'all just need to go find a femme or somebody else, like another mask. But like, I don't know, it just felt like very much like they're blaming mask for the reason why there's no good mask. Yeah, that was something I had found. Straight women being over men, so that was that. There's increased demand, and also another this one TikToker, her name is her TikTok name is Lily27Sings. She went to like a game, like a baseball game, I think, and was asking all these like masked people, like you know, are you single? And they were like, no. A lot of the masked people at that game were in a relationship.
They be locked down.
They be locked down. I ain't gonna
gotta be quicker than
I'm
that.
locked down. I'm locked down and I love it, so I get it.
Down.
I get it.
Down, y'all. I'm singing at the wedding. They don't know that yet, but that's okay. Down, like, y'all don't understand, like, down. So I get that. I understand that aspect. I was going to bring it up, but I feel like as a single person, every time you bring it up, you do sound a little crazy and a little salty. So I'm glad you said it first. But it is true. I swear to God, I will meet and like have an amazing time with a masked person, and they're like basically married. What's that about?
It's crazy because like you don't even think about it. You're just so happy and in love that you're just talking to everybody, and not even like no weird stuff. Just like
like you're just
like,
so open and
because
you're secure in your relationship, and you know. So yeah, that is a thing that I have noticed. Is they do be locked down quickly.
I mean, I feel like, I know for me, being in a relationship with somebody...
These serial monogamous.
I am a serial monogamist. But I'm working through that. But also, in this relationship, I feel like I'm learning so much about myself that I can't help but be more secure in myself. So maybe
when you
like...
find your person? Yeah.
He finds your person.
Sense.
So maybe... Yeah, maybe there's masks out there who are locked up with somebody, but it's like they're working through stuff, traumas, preconceived notions, toxic notions, and you're becoming a better person. But I just feel like I don't think that's a mask shortage. I think you're just looking in the wrong place, and I think your standards are too high. You're objectifying another person. And like, let's just give somebody a chance. I'm not saying lower standards. Like, if this person's a jerk, like, don't do it. But you know, if y'all have really good conversation, and if it wasn't for, if your eyes were closed and you were talking to this person, like Love is Blind, and you really had a good time, let's look into it. Let's give love a shot.
Wow. That was beautiful.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Thank you.
And and that really opened my eyes. Like, that's so true. Like, if I closed my eyes and I didn't have, you know, that preconceived like first impression of that person, like, would I feel the same way? And that's like a super, wow, I'm going to carry that into my current strife as I'm out here on the streets. Yeah. And we'll talk.
Fred, y'all got her mad. Y'all got my friend mad, y'all. We got to talk.
Y'all lucky y'all
all my
caught
studs,
me on off day.
Masc,
because if I was really on my
friends.
shit, Y'all could have really got it today. But that's because I'm talking to my friend, and my friend happens to be one of y'all. But if we didn't know each other, friend, I'd be talking about y'all like some dogs. I'd be talking about y'all like some dogs right now.
Don't do it. Y'all make my friend happy. Look, hey, look.
I don't even want them no more. I'm joking. But what I'm saying, I'm in love with me right now. I'm on my Ariana Grande.
Period.
Thank you next. So lame.
Thank you next. It's my song.
Yeah, no, I'm over it. I'm so over y'all. But you know what else is over it? This episode of this podcast, y'all. Thank you so much.
Segway. Bye.
Guys, if you made it this far, thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you
for laughing along with us. Don't take anything too serious, but also what you should do, take seriously, is subscribing to this account. And also following us. And also liking this video. And also leaving a comment. And sharing it with a friend.
Yeah, talk to us. We got like one comment yesterday, last time. It was great. And I was like,
y'all.
I learned about new artists.
We love to talk. We love to talk.
Let's do it.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Have a great day.
Bye, y'all. Bye.